Oh, what's up everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be having a look at a game between INnoVation and Reynor. This game played on Golden Wall recently from the DreamHack Summer Masters. As I realize we're on half-time speed. I do like to take things slow, but that's pushing it even for me. See INnoVation opening up with a command center first, which is kind of interesting honestly, as it's a build that we don't see a lot. There's a couple of advantages with the command center first. For example, he actually built it in his main base. I noticed it. I just hadn't quite hit me. Now that probably means he's gonna be taking the low ground over here, right? So he should start mining from this. Okay. Well, in that case, we kind of gotta think about the advantages of CC first, while taking that low ground base. I guess more difficult for the Zerg to scout what's going on. So the Overlord takes this path, right? Which means, I mean, it's going to be harder to scout the gases on the natural. Will take a lot longer. Like this path isn't easy to go to. Marine can deny Overlords from there once you mine these minerals. So perhaps it's some type of scout denial on the third and fourth gas. Now, that sounds pretty annoying for Reynor, except that he plays a lot of Overlord speed recently. So Overlord speed might just kind of annoy INnoVation there. Ooh, I didn't know they were down here as well. I never go down here. I'm just aware of like an Urubu usually over here, somewhere at the front. There's an Urubu somewhere over here as well. I guess there's 4 on this map then. So yeah, you see this Marine is just going to be looking for either Overlords. Maybe he's going to scout the minerals. Not quite sure. So we see Reynor actually going to go into the main base. There is 3 Marines out so far. We have 1 Hellion on the way. It's Reynor seeing no Reaper must confuse him a little bit. Yeah, here we do see that Overlord speed. We see a fast third and a fast fourth gas. Now this indicates battle cruiser, and usually 4 gas indicates double port battle cruiser if it's this fast. Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure if he's gonna finish the second port though, the moment he sees the Overlord speed. Because it's quite a cheesy build. The double port battle cruiser. It's not something that is great as a standard, usually. At least of what I'm aware, of course. My knowledge of TVZ isn't as great as other people's knowledge is. Gonna see what happens here. Is it a cancel? No, it's gonna let it finish. I guess it's gonna be difficult to get out of this. I mean, you're already mining this much gas, right? You don't have a third CC on the way yet. There's a single car on the map. That's a very low amount of cars. I think what INnoVation wanted to show is a bunch of Marines. So he built 3 Marines just for Overlord denial. And I think he wanted to pretend that he was playing 2-1-1. And against 2-1-1, Zerg gets a bunch of links at a certain time. And then boom, you teleport in with 2 battle cruisers. It's going to be the surprise of a lifetime, you know? It's not quite what you expect as the Zerg player. So now I think Reynor can just build a bunch of queens. 2 extra queens are being built. There's 4 queens out already. 3 queens being built. So every hatchery building a queen. Overlord is scouting again. Has scouted, of course, that it is double battle cruiser opener. And now also this backdoor base makes sense. It's just a lot easier to keep, right? He has his Marines over here, making sure that nothing weird happens here. There's a Marine over here. So he didn't really need Hellions to stay safe. So all of his money could go in the fastest possible battle cruisers. I kind of like this build, but Reynor with the Overlord speed really annoying in there. Just being a little prick, really. This looks like a wall, but I've seen walls before, and I'm not I think I've never walled this area in my life. Okay, yeah, this looks fine. Perfect. INnoVation does know how to wall. This tank is stuck. The tank can go through any of the middle patches. So if you mine away the middle patches, it can go through. But the bottom or the top patches, you can't actually. It's always very funny to me. Third CC very late. Now first 2 battle cruisers are out. Where are we going to? Behind the natural. Oh wow. Reynor's spider senses were tingling. He was like, he saw them teleport and then he knew immediately where they were gonna go. It's pretty impressive. There's 2 spores in the main. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. 2 spores in the main, 2 spores in the natural. Which means if they would have teleported to one of those 2 bases, that would have been fine. And all the queens are in the natural together with 1 spore. We have 9 queens. There's 11 queens. I mean, I love it, right? Bio from this. Now, this is something I had absolutely not expected. I don't think I've ever seen double port battlecruiser into bio. I thought that you always go into more battlecruisers and mech, but I wonder what's gonna do with the 2 ports now. I guess he's just gonna use 1. He doesn't even need to build a reactor, I guess. That's nice. He can just produce medevacs without having a reactor. We have a 3rd CC on the way. It's gonna be late. I mean, Reynor's in a good spot. Even though his drone count isn't even that high, you know, it's at 61. 4th base gets cancelled. 4th base gets taken on the bottom side for now. Creep spread is decent, but towards his top side, there's not a lot of it. Spire is going down, 7 more drones. I mean, there's what, 11, 12 queens right now, 2 or 40. I think he's pushing it. I think Reynor was having the same thoughts as me. It's like, alright, this is going to be mech. Okay, now he sees bio. To be fair, I'm not sure if against mech you want less drones as well. I guess he was thinking there's going to be more battlecruisers, right? He was thinking there's going to be 4 battlecruisers at least. And then all of a sudden you lose 4 queens to Yamatos. You still need to be able to fight off the battlecruisers. Now that he realizes that there's not going to be more, like, does he? Has he seen it? Yeah, he has seen it. He should be able to... I think he should cancel this queen. I mean, you don't need 15 queens against 2 battlecruisers. And he's gonna get Miras as well soon, so... The time of the battlecruiser is soon to be over. Now, double expanding here for Reynor, who is on 67. I have a feeling that this should be a lot better for Reynor than it is currently. Might lose this base. Queens are completely out of position. I mean, there's 2 queens over here, but won't be in time with any type of transfuse. This Ling. And a sacrifice, I guess. I was gonna call it a run-by, but this is more of a sacrifice. Gets 1 tank, loses a bunch of links. 55 links have gone down this game so far. I think that was a majority there. Was in this little run-by. Huh. 7 Muras finally on the way. 75 workers to 69. Nice. Baling Nest on the way as well. 2-2 has started here for INnoVation. I mean, there's more links, but what are you gonna run by here, Reynor? Like these units. Sends in 1 link this time instead of scouting with 40 links like before. 4th base going down in 9 minutes. That's super late. We have 3 more barracks on the way. Wait, is he playing 8 racks? So he has 5 racks already. He added 3. He's gonna play 8 racks, but he's on 6 gas. Which usually indicates that there's gonna be a 4th base as well at some point. Should go down now then, I guess. Most of the time when you see... The reason why I'm surprised that the 3 gas, or the 6 gas and the 3 extra barracks is a lot of the time when you see people go 6 gas, they'll play 5 racks, 2 factory, and then go into a 4 CC. To have a way faster 4 CC. 8 racks usually is kind of connected, in my mind at least, with the 4 gas variation that Terran can play. Then go very heavy on marines and tanks, and usually it's focused around the 2-2 timing. It's not going to be the case here. We're going to be... Well, we might still see a 2-2 timing, and sure, it might do a little bit, but... I think there's also going to be a 4 CC at some point. Now, we have a big tank count. And the cool thing about this map is that it can be pretty rough to defend this, being Reynor. Now, of course, he's taking the complete top side. How many Muras is there? This has been a very passive game from both players, I feel like, where not a lot has happened, and both of them are kind of feeling each other out, just making sure that they're in an okay position. Reynor must be feeling pretty bad about his timing of the 4th base, but he has a good Mura count. I mean, he's getting decent gas income as well right now. There's a Thor on the way, still no 4th CC, so we see INnoVation just starting to float a lot of gas. I mean, 3-3 will need to start soon, so perhaps the 6 gas is kind of warranted in that case. See 3-3. 11 Marines being produced at the same time. Both players about to max out. Now, whenever both players max out, you kind of want to check the Baneling count. Like, there's different max out, of course. You have like a Ling Muta max out with like 10 Banes, or you can have Mutaling with like 50 or 60 Banes already there. That's different. Now there's already 16 Banes, there's 16 more on the way, which is decent enough, but oh, I love this play by Reynor. I super love this. I'm gonna go for the counter attack here. There's no Banelings to break the wall, but there's Mutas to break the wall. There's Mutas to break a tank line as well. There's not gonna be enough here. Reynor's just, he's gonna be like, alright, you know what? I don't need to defend that base. I lose a lot of Banelings into 5-6 Marauders there. That's not a good play. He's gonna give up this base, gonna start expanding towards the middle of the map while absolutely destroying everything that INnoVation holds dear. Barracks going down, 4 SCVs have fallen so far as well. One Marauder, just shooting at this layer for now. A layer gonna go down to the Marines. I don't think the tank can come up here, so unless he mines this mineral patch, I guess a mule would do. INnoVation might be in a little bit of trouble when it comes to pushing forward. Once he gets this position though, this base is gone. There's no second layer yet. Is there a second spire? Hasn't started. Reynor should have anticipated this one going down. I should have rebuilt the spire somewhere else. Unless he doesn't want to build more Mutas. He has 24 right now. Plus 1 upgrades, 5 workers go down somewhere. I'm not quite where. I mean, this mineral patch needs to disappear for INnoVation to continue his plans. Or he needs to start pushing here, which I'm not a massive fan of. We have a sensor tower on the way. 1 tank, 1 Thor, a bunch of Marines. Oh, is this enough? Oh my god, Mutas are good. Well done there by Reynor with the magic box. Did he lose anything? I lost a couple of Mutas. But managed to break this wall once again, and now INnoVation needs to start rallying at home. He needs to send units home, because there could be a run by coming. Of course, he's not aware whether it is or not. There's only 12 Banelings though. There's a lot of cash in the bank here for Reynor. But no Baneling nest. As he is rebuilding that. Here we go. Engagement on Creep. Mutalisk are trying to fly back into the fight as well. Not a lot of splits coming out of INnoVation, and 3-3 wasn't quite done yet. Doesn't really seem to matter though. Just not enough Banelings here. A lot of the Marines end up surviving. A lot of the tanks went down though. Mutas not being in the fight didn't help either, of course. 25 Banelings are on the way, so are 22 more links. Spire is being built in the third base now. Plus 2 attack for Flyers is on the way as well. Now, if this army managed to join up with this army, that would be really bad for Reynor. So Reynor's gonna try to stop that. Mutalisk flying in will be able to snipe both of the battle cruisers and push back this army. That was very, very important. If this army had joined, I don't think Reynor would have been able to do that. Right now we have 4 bases, all of which are orbital commands, by the way. Here for INnoVation, Reynor is on, well, what is this? This is half a base. This is half a base. This is basically a full base. This is basically a full base. So we're on, gonna be on, no, once this one gets saturated, about 3.5 base. 4 bases perhaps. I guess 2 halves make a whole. So yeah, 4 bases, and INnoVation is half. And still quite some minerals left here. So he's gonna be on 2.5, 3 bases mining as well. Now gold, of course, gives a decent income as well, and does it pretty fast with very low SCV count. So see Reynor slightly ahead in the income for now, but this is a big liability, this base, because it's not in a nice location at all. Reynor's going to be trying to take the complete top side, and INnoVation has been at least keeping the creep back from that top base. Is Inno aware? Yes, he is aware. There's no mines here, so splits are going to be absolutely of the essence. What do we see here? Baneling Ling run by. 7 workers have gone down already. We see a Thor walking up this ramp, really body blocking everything that ever wants to go up here. A lot of Mutas going down, a lot of Banes going down as well. Bane count went down to 8, 20 Lings remaining. Supplies look very, very close, but don't be fooled. 15 SCVs have gone down. It's 48 workers against 83. Meaning that the army supply is heavily in favor of INnoVation currently. His income is looking like complete crap though, so interested to see how he's gonna try to win that. You can't really just run on creep, right? Like it's not a thing. I love this counter attack here, just trying to take out the reinforcement lines towards the main army. Poor meter controller by Reynor loses 1. Might lose another one, yes. Loses a second one. Don't forget he's still only on 2 upgrades. Never went to Hive. Yes, he does have an infestation pit, but no Hive. 2-2-2 against 3-3 upgrades. So every single time we're going to see these fights, we're going to go slightly better for INnoVation than they should. INnoVation is on, well, he's taking this base and it's muling pretty well. So he's going to have very high income for the next minute and a half. Yeah, used all of the mules from the main base. That one was filled with mules earlier. I'm starting to get a little bit scared here for Reynor. He's not really getting the damage done that he needs to. Usually we see his Lingron mines doing a lot of damage, but his sensor tower is doing so much work. Even though these are all orbitals, INnoVation is getting a lot done with this weird double battlecruiser opener, which it felt like shouldn't have done anything, but just the threat of the 4 battlecruisers forced Reynor to build so many queens. And really, it felt like he never really got into the game that he wanted to, where he had complete momentum. You know, there were times where it felt good when he opened up this depot wall, but for some reason it felt never really felt scary for INnoVation. Oh my god, INnoVation. His balls of steel. Keep shooting at the banelings instead of running back and doing so much DPS. Great fight once again for INnoVation. Of course, being taken off of creep. Thor does end up falling, but army supply 118 against just 60. We see 4 more Marauders, 7 Marines, and a Thor on the way. On the other end, we have 19 banelings being constructed or morphed here. If this base falls, what is there left here for Reynor? He's trying to take that bottom side. I don't think that's going to be quite enough. This base falls, Reynor being put back on, while 1 mining base basically. He still has half a base over here as well. 4 workers. I mean, he has 80 workers, but doesn't really have the bases to saturate. For INnoVation is the other way around. Plenty of bases, but nothing else to saturate. Murad is trying to do some work. 18 workers go down, but eventually Reynor will need to deal with this army, and I don't think it's going to be possible. He's rebuilding a baneling nest towards his natural, which I guess kind of turned into a semi-main base at some point. 5 more mutants are on the way. Decent engagements being taken by Reynor, but off of creep with not enough units against an army that has 3-3. When you just have 2-2 is probably not going to be enough. Marauders are gonna fall because they can't shoot up. More SCVs are going down 28 against 73, and I was gonna say every second that goes by Reynor gets further ahead, but then I realized mules are pretty decent as I see the income is still ahead for INnoVation. Of course, Reynor not really mining off enough bases either. I mean, 71 workers are nice, but no bases to mine. GG gets called. INnoVation wins this game. Now, if you did enjoy this, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, smash the like button, and leave a comment down below, as all these things help me a lot. Thank you all for watching, and bye bye.